Hi there, Stamp Camp, or Jen Roque here at stampcampwithjen.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Summerfield, Florida, and welcome to my weekly Facebook Live. If you're new here, I go live every Monday at 7 p.m. and I always post the replay onto my YouTube channel the following morning. If you're watching the replay from my YouTube channel, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss a video, okay? I'm trying to grow my followership. Once I get 1,000 subscribers, I can actually start going live on YouTube. So I'd like to do that sometime soon if possible. So be sure to subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, and who knows, maybe I can start live streaming from YouTube and more people can join us. That'd be so much fun. Hi Mom, thanks so much for joining me. As you join, please say hello. Let me know how your weekend was going, what you've been up to. Down here in Florida, we're all getting ready for lovely Hurricane Ian, trying to hunker down and stay safe. Luckily I'm in Central Florida, so I feel a little bit safer. I probably shouldn't be naive though. I know that the storm can be pretty rough. So hi Carol, thanks so much for joining. I love seeing you guys here every week. It's so nice. So we have some awesome projects to make, well, an awesome project to make, but I'm going to also share some of the stuff that I sold at my craft fair over the weekend. If you haven't already, head over to stampcampwithjen.com and you can kind of see some of the you can see the craft fair recap, and I mentioned like what I sold, and I have links to a lot of it in case you want to try to make it for your own craft shows coming up. And I also wrote the prices down that I sold my items for. Obviously, every market is different. Florida, a lot of times the price point's a little bit lower. Up in the north, it's probably a lot higher. I'm sure things are more expensive, or on the West Coast there. So, all right, well, I will go ahead and turn the camera around. Oh, real quick, I wanted to say thank you so much to everybody that helped me earn the incentive trip this year. I'm so excited. I am going to Norway. I can't believe it. I've only been a demonstrator for about 3 years. This is something that's very difficult to earn. Only about 1% of demonstrators earn it each year. And you guys are amazing, and you guys all helped me earn it. So I really appreciate that. I can't wait to go and meet a bunch of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators and the Stampin' Up! People, like the CEOs like Sarah Douglas and Shelly, her mom. I'm really excited about that. So thank you so much. I really appreciate everything you guys have done. You guys are amazing. You give me lots of support, and I really appreciate it. So, all right, so let me get the camera turned around, and we'll go over a few things, and then I'll show you this quick and easy craft that I made that was actually my #1 seller for my craft show. It sold out in the first hour that I had my show. I didn't bring a lot because I wasn't sure how they would do, and after they sold out, I was kind of wishing I made a lot more of them. Hi, Sue. Thanks so much for joining us. All right, so a few things to talk about real quick. So the weekly deals are still going on. They end this Thursday, I believe, Wednesday. What day is that? Wednesday is the 28th. So this Wednesday is the last day of the weekly deal. So if there's anything that you want that's on sale, be sure to check those out and take advantage of those before they're gone. Would you guys have preferred a clearance rack update to the weekly deals? I'm just curious. If you wouldn't mind leaving me a comment and letting me know, I'm really curious to see what you would have preferred if clearance rack would have been better than this. I personally think a clearance rack update would have been a lot better, but am I having a hurricane party? No, Roberta. Are you having a hurricane party? What is a hurricane party? Where you get together with all your friends and hope that the power doesn't go out? All right, and then Perfect Partners. This ends Friday, so there are 6 stamp sets from current catalogs that have dies that go with them, and these will not be offered outside of this promotion. So if any of these dies or bundles are something that you are thinking about getting, now is the time to get it. These will only be available through Friday. So be sure to get those before they go away. Okay. And then this is also something that's ending on Friday. You're wishing there was a clearance rack sale. Yeah, I kind of feel like a clearance rack sale would have been a lot better than the weekly deals. So maybe they'll take our feedback. I'm going to definitely email Stampin' Up! And say, it was a nice thought, but I think a clearance rack would have been a better idea. Oh, Jessica, you're worried about your power. I know. Just make sure you have those batteries and flashlights ready. Everybody be safe, okay? All right, so this also ends Friday. This is my reward program that I did this month, the special shopping reward that I did through the end of the month. So this was to try to get that extra little bump that I needed for my Norway trip, and I got it last week, so thank you so much. But I'm still going to honor this through the end of the month, so you can earn the goodies you see here based off of your subtotal before shipping and tax. So again, take advantage of the weekly deals and the perfect partners and see if there's anything you need, and then you can earn this stuff with your order, okay? The Christmas gifting kit. So this is the newest kit from Stampin' Up! That's available at stampinup.com. It makes little gift card holders and tags. So if you like to make those for your Christmas gifts, this is a good this is a really good option for like quick and easy Christmas gifts. So that's something that Stampin' Up! Is offering now. And another kit, the Paper Pumpkin kit this month, is the Ho Ho Ho. This makes cards, and then it also coordinates with the next kit that will be tags, I think they said. So this one is Christmas, and the next one is going to be a Christmas themed kit. So they both coordinate together is what Stampin' Up! Told us. So you have until October 10th, if that's something you're interested in, to subscribe for. So after paying shipping, yeah, I know, the weekly deals, that's what a lot of people said. The weekly deals, once you pay for shipping, it's not much of a deal if you're going to keep paying for shipping every week. All right, guys, and then this is a fun event this weekend that's coming up for free from Stampin' Up! It's a free virtual card making event for World Card Making Day, which is this Saturday, October 1st. If you haven't already, you can register at stampinup.com. They have a picture, this picture on the front, I think, on their main page, and you can click on it, and there's a link to register. And what that does is when you register, you'll get emails from Stampin' Up! As the event gets closer. They'll give you more updates. But this is from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. So, and I believe they said they'll make it available after the live event too, so you'll be able to go back and watch it as well. But I'm not sure if you have to be registered or not, so be sure to just go ahead and register. Doesn't hurt to get that link or to register, and then if they send you emails, you know, maybe they'll send the link for it, and then you can go back and watch it later, okay? All right, so I'm going to show you, I think first I'm going to show you some of the stuff I sold. So obviously I have cards, but I also sold these little doggy treat bags here that have the to and the from. This was one of my 12 weeks of fall projects. I made about 14 or 15 of these and only about 2 sold. So I don't know. I'm not really sure why, because I live in Florida and everybody's got their fur babies down here. So I'm hoping once I get closer to where I live in the villages and there's more of a retirement area. I did this one at a church, so maybe that's why they didn't sell as well. I don't know. But I'm going to make some Christmas themed ones as well. My next 2 craft shows are in November, so I'm going to definitely start amping up the Christmas products. But this was one thing I sold, and I sold these for about $2. I thought that was pretty fair. And then I sold little Post-it note holders with mini pens here. This one uses that Rings of Love DSP, and then this is the Flowering Fields DSP, I think, that's retired. And I actually did one with the Hues of Happiness DSP, and those sold out That pattern had sold out. I got to make more of those, but those were really cute. And I sold these for $3 or 2 for $5 is what I did for these. And I got the little mini pens at Hobby Lobby, but I think Party City has them. Some dollar stores may have them, but Hobby Lobby has a pack of 10 for $2, so I think they're a pretty good deal. And I usually just grab whatever they have. All right, and then I made these little Hershey bar sliders. And these, I sold these for about $2. I just think they're so funny with that little saying. I love this little kit, this little saying so much. It's just, everybody laughs when they read it and they walk by. So I sold these for about $2. And then I had a bunch of these gift cards that I made last year. I made like 40 of these because these are made using those note cards and envelopes, I believe it is. So they're a little bit smaller than a regular envelope. And they have a little pocket in here where you put your gift card. And I made a bunch of these last year, and I still have a bunch left over. So I sold these, I sell these for about $1.50 a pop. And I like that they come with their own little envelopes and stuff. So I have a few different patterns of these that I made too. And then I tried to sell my little turkey popcorns that I made. I got this idea from Tammy White. I thought it was so cute. There's just a little bag of Pop Secret popcorn in here. You use half a sheet of 8.5 by 11-inch paper. There's a bunch of punches, and it makes a little turkey face. But none of these sold. Maybe it's too early, or I don't know. A lot of people walked by and said, "Oh, that's cute. You could make that," to their friends. That was it. And I was like, okay. So who knows? My son and my husband really like popcorn, so maybe I'll give these to them if they don't sell really well, because I didn't sell any yet, so we'll see. But I was selling these for about $1.50 because they were really easy to make too. And then these I sold using those craft gift boxes that were free during Celebration, but you can still order them through the annual catalog, I believe. And these hold so many little treats inside. I sold these for $5 because they have 4 Ghirardelli squares, 3 Hershey nuggets, and I actually have 2 packs of hot cocoa in there. So I sold those for $5. I made about 8 of them, and I sold 3. So not too bad. I wasn't sure how they would do. I'll probably make another package of these boxes worth, and then just whenever they sell kind of thing. And that is about it. Like I said, I made cards as well. Cards always sell pretty well. And then now I got to work on a bunch of Christmas stuff. All right. And then, like I said, my top seller were these little cracker boxes that I made. And these are super, super easy and cute. I had one lady, because I made about 14 of these, and she bought 8 of them alone because she said she had a meeting and she wanted to give her team little treats. So this is what I made. I sold these for about $1.50 a piece. They have 2 Kit Kats inside. You can get these cool pumpkin pie Kit Kats, which I love because I love anything with pumpkin. And they also have the little fall design if you just prefer the milk chocolate Kit Kats, because I know a lot of people don't like the flavored Kit Kats, so you can get those as well. But I just took 1 milk chocolate and 1 pumpkin pie, butted them up side by side, and stuck them in the little Kit Kat treat holders. Now, you can, if you'd rather have just like regular candy, you can put these little square chocolates in there, you know, the little minis of the Milky Ways or 3 Musketeers or Snickers or whatever, the little small square ones. You can fit 3 of these in there. I've put Werthers in there before. You can get 4 Werthers in there. You could put chapstick in there, money, little tiny nail polishes maybe you could get in there. Lots of things. So go crazy. Let your imagination run wild. But yeah, they are very cute little gifts. We made these at my in-person stamp camp classes, and everybody really enjoyed them. And I'm going to show you how to make them. They're super, super easy. and they use punches, which I love anything with a punch. So I want to show you real quick. So this is the main die that we're using here. These are the Cracker and Treat Box dies that you get from the annual catalog. You finally opened and gave to my husband. Tell your husband to eat those Kit Kats, Sue, and then you can close it back up and he can look at the empty one. So those Cracker and Treat Box dies, these are from the annual catalog that's still available through April of next year. And those are on page 170. They're right here, and they're $36. I love this little die so much because it cuts out all those little triangles. It scores everything for you, and then you have those cute little labels on there too. So it's really, really nice set there, okay? And then we are also using, so for these, I used the Regal's 6x6 paper because this project is great for 6x6. It really, if you don't want to have any waste, you can cut off an inch off of one side and do 5x6 because that is how big this die measures, is 5x6. So if you want to cut a little 1-inch piece off and save it for another project, you could definitely do that. Or you could just cut the 6x6, it doesn't matter. But what the paper I'm going to use today and that we used in class is this paper, the Gingham Cottage DSP, that comes in a huge stack. So I used this green pattern and this yellow pattern. These are the ones that I used, and I liked the smaller gingham for the outside. Oh, he didn't like the pumpkin pie Kit Kats. Yeah, it's kind of an acquired taste. Some people would just rather have the plain Kit Kats, I think. So this Gingham Cottage DSP is great. It comes in a pack of, how many pieces? 48. So it's like a quadruple pack of paper, and it's $30, but you get so many different patterns here. It comes with this black and white with the orange on the back. You've got this gray piece here with darker black. Let's see some of the other patterns. There's so many different ones. There's like this is a mint macaron pattern here that would be really pretty. What else? Ooh, this is a good Halloween pattern with the black and the orange, and then it just has the orange on the back. What else? The gray. I think we did that one already. And then there's this pink pattern too that's really nice. And then black on like a dark gray. There's just so many. If you like gingham, this is a really good pack for you. And you could, like I said, you could get a big pack of this, cut it down to 6x6, and then just go crazy cutting it up. Oops, it goes there. So all these pretty patterns. It's always so nice when you can actually see the paper and get an idea of what's in it. It's hard to see it when you look at it on the computer. Okay. So that's what I use. So you can either use that gingham pack or you can use the Regals, which is from the annual catalog. I like the Regals because they have all those fall color shades on there. So that is what you can use. Okay, so what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm actually going to show you. I'm going to trim this down and cut an inch off here, just so you can see how perfectly it fits. But you can, like I said, you can use 6x6. It's not a big deal. What was your question? Oh, I'm sorry, I missed your question. I was too busy talking. Mom, can you tell me what the question is? How much different is the size from the older cracker die? What's the older cracker die? I don't know if I know the older cracker die. Let me see here. All right, so I've mentioned this before, but I still use my Big Shot because it has a magnetic plate. If Stampin' Up! Can figure out their magnetic plate, I'll probably go back to the Stampin' Emboss. But for now, I am stubborn and I like the magnetic plate, so that's what I use. So like you can see here, I cut off that extra inch. So this is 5 inches by 6 inches, and that fits perfectly on that paper. So I don't have any waste, but like I said, you can feel free, if you're not concerned about wasting anything, you can feel free to just cut a 6x6. It's not a big deal. All right. And also I recommend cutting it this way and not trying to fuss with lining it up exactly in between that way, like the wide way, the width of the cutting plate, if that makes sense. But now you can see it's got all those little score lines already made for you with that die. It's a Sizzix die. Oh, I'm sorry. I do not know about the Sizzix cracker treat box die. I can look it up, Elise, and I will try to leave a comment. But I am not sure about that one. Okay, so we have our little die here, or our little cracker die that we cut out. And we're just gonna take our bone folder, and like you can see here, there's all these little score lines. So we're just gonna score, we're gonna fold it over and take our bone folder and just kind of crease those score lines. Maybe you can find your old one. That would be great. Like I said, Elise, I'll try after this, I'll try to go online and see if I can find the dimensions and compare them for you. All right, so now on this bottom section here, I'm gonna take my Stamp and Seal Plus, and you wanna put adhesive on the center section and on the little outer tabs as well. Okay. And so with the adhesive, this is how I like to do it. With the adhesive at the top up here, I'm gonna take this first little tab and I'm just gonna line it up with that score line, and we're gonna carefully fold it over so that we're lining up our edges. So you can see here I lined up those edges where that triangle is, and we'll line up that tab on the end. And then I'll carefully line up this other edge right here and the end. And then I'm just gonna take my fingers and kind of press in the middle. I think it's great they have a die. I do too, because remember, Mom, we did that paper pumpkin kit last Halloween that had all the little cracker boxes pre-cut, which is nice, but that doesn't always last. You run out of them and then you don't have a die to make more, or you have to try to fill it in or something. All right, so from here, I've got the black and white gingham ribbon, which I think gingham is great for fall, obviously. And I have this is a 12-inch piece of the black and white gingham ribbon. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna tie a bow around one end here. And you're gonna cinch it up. And once you do, that little end will kind of pop into place. Then you make your little bow. I know a lot of us struggle with these bows, but the 12-inch ribbon I think is a pretty good size where it's not too difficult to tie the bow, and you're not fighting with it too much. It's not too short, and then you can just trim whatever excess you have here with your scissors. So I like to angle my ribbon here at the end and cut off any excess. And then not too much, just a little bit of that extra that we're gonna throw away. All right, so now I have my two Kit Kats here, and I'm just gonna line those flat sides up along back to back and kind of shimmy those down in the center there. And then I'm gonna take my other ribbon and try to keep this bow face up so that they face the same direction when you close the box, okay? And again, we're just gonna cinch that up and it just pops into place like that. And we're gonna tie our other bow. Just like that, okay? Then I come in here again with my paper snips and trim that and angle the ribbon just a little bit. And again, not too much waste, just a little bit. And now it's tied and closed, but now we have to make our little pumpkins, okay? So I saw another demonstrator do this, and I can't remember what her name was, so sorry if this is your idea. I appreciate it. It was very cute. She showed how you can take this little, you can take the double oval punch and you just punch out 3 of these solid ovals and you make a pumpkin. And I just thought, oh, that's a fantastic idea. And then I figured, well, then you can take this stem from the cherry builder, and this is actually what we're using for the stem for our pumpkin. I'll show you in just one second. So I just have little 1-inch strips of pumpkin pie, and we're just gonna punch out 3 ovals. And if you do it sideways like this, you don't have to worry about this scalloped oval punching your paper and making waste. So that's why I did the little 1-inch strips from the side there. And I'm gonna actually grab my silicone craft sheet. Okay, so we have our 3 ovals, right? So we're gonna take some liquid glue, and on the side, the right center edge, we're gonna put a little bit of liquid glue, and then we're just gonna overlap our 2 pumpkins just like that, or our 2 ovals, excuse me, not my 2 pumpkins. So just like that, that's the first step. And then you take the 3rd oval and you put a bunch of glue on the back of this one, and you just put that over the center of those 2 ovals, and that is how you make your basic pumpkin shape, just like that. Now we're gonna take a piece of soft suede. I have a little piece here, and we're just gonna take this through the top of our cherry builder punch to get that stem. So this is how the stem would normally be. We're gonna flip it over, and that's how you get the pumpkin stem, just like that. And I actually like to cut probably about half of it or a third of it off. I don't need all that excess, but we're just gonna take a little bit of our liquid glue here on the bottom. And so yeah, the oval thing I got from the other demonstrator, but the stem I came up with on my own from the cherry builder punch. I thought, well, that just works perfectly as a little pumpkin stem, just like that. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry, and I like how it's kind of sideways, like a pumpkin stem normally would be too. Okay, we'll let that dry a little bit, and while that's drying, we'll do our words. Okay, so we need to do this, "You are such a blessing," and this is from, where did I put that stamp set? Oh, here it is. The Hello Harvest stamp set, which this is in the mini catalog. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I meant to look it up before I sat down, but that's okay. Let's see. Page 50. Here we go. Yep, so this is on page 50 of the mini catalog, the July through December 2022. That's on page 50. And that is the stamp set we're using, that Hello Harvest right there. And we're using those words, "You are such a blessing." Now, I will recommend that you get the bundle, because you always get 10% savings if you get the bundle. So if you haven't gotten this yet, I highly recommend it. It is very cute for fall and harvest, and that sentiment that "you are such a blessing," I knew that would be a big hit at my church craft show too. So. All right, so my little basic white pieces here. I have a piece, this is, I believe, 3/4 by 2.5 inches. If it's a little too narrow for you to stamp on the 3/4 inch width, you just start at 1 inch and then you can trim it down after you stamp it. But I'm using Rich Razzleberry ink. I like that color for fall projects. And you're just gonna line up that stamp as best you can in the center. Okay. And then we're gonna take our Banner's Pick-a-Punch, and we're gonna use, so we're using the Banner's Pick-a-Punch, and we're gonna use this little banner edge right here. And I like to put things in so they're face up when I punch, so I can make sure that I'm not accidentally punching where I stamped. And we're just gonna line up the edge of that paper on the edge of that punch and punch straight up. And then we're gonna flip it to the other end. And this part, it does get a little tight trying to push it in there, but just do your best. And there's our little banner, just like that, okay? Now we will assemble. All right, so we just need a couple of dimensionals. And we're just gonna put 2 dimensionals right in the center there of our pumpkin. I'm gonna pull that off. And we're just gonna center that right on our little treat box. And then I'm gonna grab my liquid glue again and just put a little bit in the center here. And I'm gonna use this panel. You can kind of see I have this little panel right here. That's how I'm gonna use it to line up my sentiment and make sure that it's even and kind of centered right there. Just like that. And that is our little cracker treat box. Isn't that so cute? I love it. I'm gonna make a ton of these for my upcoming craft shows because I have 2 in November before Thanksgiving, so I think these will still sell really well. So before we go real quick, I just wanted to share some cards that I recently got from my friends for congratulating me for my Norway trip. So this is from my friend Carol Dempsey that is my team member. She was a vendor with me at my craft show this weekend, and she made this adorable box card. I love it. And then my friend Sue Steffen made this. It is so cute. She knows how much I love Halloween. And it says, "This Halloween, I'm sending you my best witches." And it stands up. It's a little easel card. How cute is that? And I love all the little stitching and everything on it. And then this one I got today from Leslie, my friend Leslie. She is so sweet. She is obsessed with these gnomes, just like Sue is. I know Sue is too. And she uses pretty glimmer ribbon, and then just a card to say you're amazing. Congrats on your achievement. She's so sweet. I just love it. I love the fall and all the colors and everything. So thank you so much, ladies. I just had to show off your beautiful artwork. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this project. If you have some craft fairs this fall, I really hope you'll give these a try. Like I said, these were a huge hit at mine. I sold out in the first hour, and they're really quick and easy to make, and people just love them. And they're really great little gifts. You can tell people, you know, they're great for table favors. It's a great little neighbor gift to let somebody know you're thinking about them, a little Friendsgiving gift, anything like that. So, all right, well, if you need any of the supplies from today's project, please purchase them through me at Stampin'Up.com. I am Jennifer Roque, and I'd really appreciate your business. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love the chance to earn your business, okay? What else was I going to say? Oh, and if you haven't already, please don't forget to follow me on Facebook and subscribe to me on YouTube and check out my blog. I have lots of great craft fair ideas on my blog and my YouTube channel as well, okay? Well, good luck to all of you if you are going to be selling at fall craft shows, or if you're enjoying fall craft shows. I hope that you have a good time. For my Floridian friends, please be safe this week. Hopefully it will all blow over. They always make such a big deal about these hurricanes, so I'm really hoping it'll shift and we'll all be fine and just get a bunch of rain. All right, guys. Well, until next time, be safe and happy stamping. Bye-bye.